Andy's drunk again.
Very funny.
Oh,
He's drunk.
Very freaking funny, dude. Very funny.
Drunk as a skunk.
Very funny.
I should
That's you and Woody.
Yeah.
I should write a song about that.
You know what? Don't even go
A
there.
drunken skunk.
Yeah. Ugh.
A road dusty brick. How's it go, Evan? Dusty like a hillbilly friend. Welcome to Hillbilly Hooks with your host, Evan Sprague. What up, dog?
Not much, just playing guitar.
The E-Dog. Who's our guest?
Welcome to Hillbilly Hooks. This is a discussion group dedicated to the tradition and craft of country music songwriting. I'm your host, Evan Sprague, along with my assistant, Richard James. We have a very special guest with us today. For the very first time, we have my best friends, Andy SCHWERTMAN.
What's up,
gentlemen.
everybody?
Andy!
What's up, guys?
Stratocaster in the house.
Yep.
What about you, Evan?
We got two!
Where's yours?
Right here.
Yeah, right on. I'm all acoustic.
Oh, okay.
That works too.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Evan, what's our topic of discussion for tonight?
Our topic for discussion tonight would probably be Billy Ray.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes. I can flip that on me.
Most people know him for his massive hit song. Andy, what was it?
Achy Breaky Heart
Hey, Breaky Heart, y'all.
Yeah.
from his album Some Gay Ball that came out when I was 5.
And what else? What else did Billy Ray bring into this world that was a huge, huge success?
How
How about Miley?
Yeah,
he brought
exactly.
Miley
Yeah.
into the mix.
Yeah.
She's maybe even a bigger star than her dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, ain't no maybe about that.
Exactly.
She is really.
Exactly.
He also, Evan, does he have a TV show?
I think, but he also did a song called what was it? Going Back to Tennessee.
Yeah.
So
Andy, what was the TV show that Billy Ray was on?
Hannah Montana.
What? Really?
Yeah.
yeah,
So he played her dad on TV,
Yes.
yes,
and he's, of course, really her dad.
Yes.
yeah.
I was confused then. I was mistaken. I thought there was another show that he was on.
No.
No, it was just Hannah Montana.
Well, all right.
Yes.
Billy Ray Cyrus, born August 25th, 1961. So he is 60 this year.
This is correct.
That's pretty true.
16 studio albums and 53 singles released since 1992.
Yep.
And the success of Achy Breaky Heart created the big line dancing craze.
Yeah, it did.
How about that? Andy, a little trivia. What state is Billy Ray from?
Kentucky.
Very good. Very good, sir.
Thank you.
So, Evan, tell us more about Billy Ray. Do you have... He's got 16 albums out. How many do you have?
How many albums do I have?
Yeah, or CDs, whatever.
I don't have any of his albums yet, but I do plan on getting his CDs.
Yeah.
Because I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm hoping pretty soon. But Cyrus is a multi-platinum selling recording artist, really. because he has scored a total of 8 top 10 singles on the Billboard Hot Country Song Chart.
That's pretty impressive, man. I'd be proud if I had just one.
Yeah,
Exactly, right?
He has 10 singles on the Billboard chart right now.
That's impressive.
Yes.
That's impressive. Now, wait, you don't mean right now. He doesn't have 10 singles on the chart right now.
No.
Well, no, he said.
But as of today, he's had 10.
As of today, he's got 10.
And of course, even though you don't own any of his stuff, we live in a world, of course, where with YouTube and Spotify and Alexa and everything else, you can listen to him pretty much if you want.
Exactly.
And anybody.
Exactly.
Yep. Andy, what are your thoughts as our special guest on Hillbilly Hooks? What are your thoughts on Billy Ray?
You know what? I've been listening to him since I was 5 years old, and I absolutely love his music.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I mean, from the first moment I heard Achy Breaky Heart and Could Have Been Me, etc., I was just, to quote Carrie Underwood, I was blown away. It was like, whoa, who's this guy? It was one of those things.
Guys, now how old were you when Achy Breaky was a hit? You guys were both probably kids, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I definitely was.
When was that a hit? Early 90s?
It was 92, I believe.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
That was a big enough craze. Like, that was one of those songs, and this is rare. That was one of those songs where, okay, let's say it was a hit single in 92.
Mm-hmm.
Most hit singles from 1992, they eventually went away, but Achy Breaky Heart never went away.
No.
You still hear it like every time you go to a wedding reception.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Or whatever, somebody's Christmas party or Halloween party or something. Achy Breaky Heart, it's kind of like Celebration by Kool and the Gang. It was a big hit when it was new, but now it's like part of the rich tapestry of all like American music. It's never gone away.
Mm-mm.
No, it's still there.
No.
What about Miley? You guys were also kids when her TV programs took off, right?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
She did pretty good songs, but I was never a fan of her.
Yeah.
But I would watch her Hannah Montana show.
Yeah.
But not getting any of her CDs.
And I think that's probably pretty typical for guys your age. Yeah, Andy, you could chime in here when you want. That is, like, she had a popular kids show when she was real little, and it was only later did she really become a recording artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have heard Party in the USA over 100 times probably. I mean, it was just instantaneous. And The Climb and, all those other tunes, they were just instantaneously around. It was like there was no escape from those tunes at all, It was just like constant, it was like that. How there's like a little monkey in your head that always is like clapping and all that kind of crap. It's sort of like that, It was like
the little wind-up monkey with the symbol.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. If you know what I'm saying, it was just one of those things, and it was just like this. It was like an earworm, if you know what I mean. It was nuts.
That's a great analogy. So that's a great analogy. And Miley's music was something that was marketed to a teen pop audience a long time after I was a teenager. So like I couldn't even name one of her songs. I'm not familiar with her stuff at all. She's kind of, I lump her in with what I call the whole like Britney culture run amok. There's
right.
Kind of, I don't even know if genre is the right word, but there's a certain name that you would throw like a Justin Bieber in there too, that it was just
exactly. I was just about to say that, yeah.
And I was already
just about to say that.
I was already like probably in my 30s and 40s by the time that stuff really even happened.
Right.
But I will say, she's done some stuff with the Flaming Lips, which is a group that I do really admire. So even though I have no opinion, good or bad, of Miley, she has actually contributed some vocals to one of my favorite bands. So, she's got something going on as far as her talent and her personality. She's at least friends and collaborators, with the Flaming Lips, which is, more than I can say.
Exactly. But yeah, when I first heard Billy Ray's music, it was, like I said earlier, I was 5 years old, and I remember my sister coming into the room in which I was in, and I was watching the video for Achy Breaky Heart, and she was looking at me going, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Have you ever heard of a country music singer by the name of Billy Ray Cyrus?" And she was like, "No." And then I was like, "This is his very first song."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay." And I said, and she goes, "His hair is kind of like Pearl Jam's in a way." And I was like, exactly. Because it was around the same time as 10 by Pearl Jam, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, he's had a few unique hairstyles over the years with the mullet.
Right. And
Evan, Andy, I'm sorry to interrupt you there. Let me
good.
go back to our host, Evan Sprague. Evan, you chose Billy Ray as the topic for this episode of Hillbilly Hooks, our discussion group dedicated to the history and craft of country music songwriting and some of our favorite singers. Most people have heard Achy Breaky Heart, but Evan Sprague, host of Hillbilly Hooks, tell us some other Billy Ray Cyrus songs that if there's people out there watching Hillbilly Hooks right now, maybe they've only heard Achy Breaky Heart. What are some other songs of his that you would recommend that they check out?
I would recommend them check out Coming Back Home to Tennessee. He's done that. I would also recommend I would definitely recommend those two, really. Because those two are really good ones. I'm trying to figure out what other ones I would recommend.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. When what's it called? Old Town Road?
Yeah.
Yep.
When that song first took off, didn't Lil Nas X or somebody go back in the studio and have Billy Ray add some vocals to that? He's also featured on that song, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I would recommend that one too.
Yeah.
Which, you talk about Achy Breaky Heart when you're talking about Billy Ray Cyrus. And when his name comes up, you talk about Miley and Hannah Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that had a hand in what is it again? It's not One Horse Town. It's Old Horse Town. Old Town Horse.
I think Old Town Horse.
Old Horse Road. What is it?
I think Old Town Horse or
what is it, Andy?
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road.
Yeah, Old Town Road.
That when I get down and do the video editing and get these interviews that we're doing now on the Zoom call and put all the titles and things like that, I like to put different information up on the screen when I do the video editing of these episodes. And I know that there's some crazy statistics about that Old Town Road. It's one of the biggest selling songs in the history of pop music. It was a number one song for weeks on end. And so, I'm talking out of my butt right now because I don't know the specifics. I thought you'd like that, Andy. I don't know the specifics, the details of that, but I know that Old Town Road was a big deal. And, of course, Billy Ray was featured on that, too.
Yes, he was.
So, Evan, let's wrap up this episode. You want to do another one again?
Yeah.
Well, I know when we were working on Andy's Inside the Music, I already mentioned our mutual friend, Justin Todd Hunter. So let's just see if we can't reel him in for our next Zoom call. Evan, if you think that's a good idea, we'll reach out to Justin.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. Like an actual musician on here,
Yeah,
and us with our guitars again.
yeah. Instead of 3 hacks like us.
Well, yeah, we don't want we just don't want 3 hacks. We just want
Reek,
a
here's
lot
my
more.
axe.
That's right.
Here's one of my guitars.
Hack
I've got on. And I dropped my pick, but that's all right.
Well, Evan, we'll reach out to our friends Sean Bracken and Chris Mull and see if we can't get them on the show again. And we would be fools if we didn't try to get Moose Roberts back on Hillbilly Hooks, because he's just a good dude. He's a good old boy. He's really talented.
He's funny.
He's funny as hell. He's a character if I ever met one. And I don't know that I've ever met anybody quite like Moose. Let's say hello to Moose Roberts now, and thanks again for being on.
What's up?
Hey, Moose.
Hey, my name's Andy. I'm Evan's friend. What's up?
Moose, you got to meet Andy, and we got to get you on the show again, brother. So,
yeah,
Evan,
we do. Please.
let's sign off. Evan, if you want to sign off, we're running out of time here.
All right. Thanks for joining us on Hillbilly Hooks. And thanks for our special guest for joining in on us to learn a little more about country. And we will see you again at our next Zoom call.
Right on. Andy, thanks for being with us for this episode.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Rick, we miss you terribly, dude.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say. Thank you. I miss you guys
You're
too.
welcome.
Andy, before we sign off, did you want to get in a word about that Yoko Ono country record?
Very funny. No. You nasty.
Woo, woo, woo.
You know what? You are
Little
wrong.
light going.
You know what? You are wrong. Everyone that's watching this right now, I've known Reek since 2009, and he's not right in the head.
He's lying. He's lying.
His favorite band is Poison.
You wish.
He's all about Poison and Warren.
Great job, Evan. Let's do it again soon.
We will.
See you later, guys.
See ya.